Okay. Shall I start now? Yes. Okay, thank you. Well, I received many questions. So from now on, I would like to pick up questions and answer as much as I can. Okay. The first question is, Dear Professor Takahikashita, I was wondering how you approach ensuring accuracy in experiments and distinguishing between the need for more advanced theory to explain the data versus errors within the experiment. Do you have any tips? Okay. Well, first of all, first question is very advanced question. Well, okay, I'm an experimental physicist. Therefore, for me, the data are very important. So, as an experimental physicist, I spend many times, many hours, many days to ensure that the data are okay. Well, in most cases, data can be explained within the known theory, but sometimes we may encounter that the data cannot be explained within the existing theory. Then we must be even more careful to make sure that the data are correct. So we have another round of checks. Then finally, if the data and the existing theory do not agree, then finally we may ask a new theory to explain the data.
对，我是陈述一下，这个是中山女高波上校园会，不好意思。那他的问题是这个，那教授回答是，吉达先生的回答是说，第一个就问了一个很高深的问题，对，那对一个实验物理学家来讲的话，对一个实验物理学家来讲的话，这个资料这些处理这些数据是非常重要的。那他会花很多时间跟力气去确定那个实验的数据的正确性，然后跟这个理论看可不可以对起来。所以他的很多时间就在确定这个正确性。可是呢，比较有趣的事情就是发现，他的实验结果跟理论对不起来的时候怎么办呢？他会花更多的时间去确认这些数据是对的。那如果他还是确定这个是对的话，那你就发现了新的物理。那这个就是一个诺贝尔奖级的。
Thank you. Okay, then I pick up the third question. I want to know when the professor became interested in physics, what is the opportunity to participate in neutrino experiment and invest in it for a long time? Okay, well, okay, when I was an undergraduate course student, in fact, from the beginning, I was a physics student. That means in the third year at the high school, I decided to learn physics. However, the real interest in physics actually came when I was the undergraduate course student. At the university, I learned the way physicists think to explain the nature, and I was convinced that physics is very interesting. So maybe at this point I can stop.
Yeah. 那凯西达先生他是高三的时候就对物理有兴趣，然后大学的时候是念物理系。可是他真正被说服说物理是一个非常有趣的学问，是在大学的时候他了解到这个物理学家怎么做学问，然后发现他就被这个物理学给深深的吸引。
Okay, then I want to answer to the later part of the question. Well, okay. Say, suppose in the future you want to participate in the neutrino experiment. Of course, you do not need to hesitate to do so. Well, in fact, in my opinion, neutrino physics is really very important. Well, neutrino physics was very important in the past, even now, and I expect neutrino physics will be very important in the future. So, I'm sure if you join the neutrino physics field, you'll be convinced that neutrino physics is worth doing.
同学问到就是说这个微中子的这个实验还有没有什么机会？他回答就是说，如果对他有兴趣的话，现在就是最好的时机。他觉得这个微中子的实验过去很重要，现在很重要，未来很重要，所以这个微中子这个方面还有很多可以研究。
Okay, then I'll pick up the fifth question. If you want to invest in more physics experiments in the future, besides maintaining enthusiasm, patience, what other abilities do you need? Okay. Well, I think enthusiasm is in fact the most important thing for us to continue the studies in physics.
好，那这个黄同学的问题就是在这个投影片上面，教授的回答是说，其实你要能做物理研究的话，最重要就是热忱，你要有那个热情，你要感觉那个火在烧的那种感觉，就是做物理学家的一个热情。
Okay, then I'll pick up the sixth question. Is there any conflict between works and family? Oh, well, okay. I think the answer is yes. Well, to me, my family is very important. However, sometimes I have to work hard. Therefore, there are some conflict between works and family.
教授回答是说，他的家庭对他来讲非常重要，可是他也必须很努力的工作，所以在这两个取舍中间的话，会有很多冲突。那是的，他会有很多没办法解决的这个冲突。好。
Okay, then I pick up the first question in the seventh question. In 2021, the first result of the muon G-2 experiment conducted at the FEM National Accelerator Laboratory, a part of the United States Department of Energy, illustrates that the behavior of the muon deviates from the calculations of the standard model. What is the professor's opinion on this issue? Well, first of all, I was surprised to read this question. This is really a very advanced question. And well, also I have to say, I'm not an expert on this field. Therefore, I cannot answer to this question directly. But, well, okay. I can only give general answer. Well, certainly, in the present particle physics experiments, people would like to discover some evidence beyond the standard model of particle physics, and maybe the result from the G-2 experiment could be the hint for the new physics. However, in my opinion, we still have to work hard, both experimentally and theoretically, to convince ourselves if the conflict between the data and the calculation is real.
好，那这个问题可能是蛮高深的，这个是几年前，就是理论跟实验不符合。那这个 G-2，它细节可能不需要知道。那个教授他很谦虚，他说他也不是这方面的专家，所以他也不能真的去回答这个问题。不过他有个 general 的回应，就是说，那因为我们刚才也提到，就是说这个看到一些不符合的情形的时候，那我们需要更努力的去工作，得到更多的资料、更多的数据，然后理论去做更好的这个计算，去看看我们到底是不是错的。因为现在很喜欢大家想要发现这个新的这个理论，而很多时候就是最后那个新的这个例子，对方更好的实验证明说其实是数据没有处理好。
Okay, thank you. Well, actually, the second question is also very advanced. But anyway, let me try to answer partially. I'm a high school student in the second year and have already published one Q1 paper in polymers. However, I still feel extra high loading, no matter in high school or even in university laboratory. So I would like to ask, Professor, how do you balance the academic stress and research interests during your own academic journey? Okay, well, actually, I'm not completely sure what is asked about when you ask about academic stress, but anyway. Yeah, thank you. Well, okay. Well, in my age, actually the academic stress is various administrative things. Anyway, okay. Well, certainly, well, I think it's very important not to forget about the research interest. Otherwise, well, since the academic stress is so strong, it will be difficult to continue the research. So, to me, keeping the research interest is the most important thing.
好，那教授刚才提到，就是说，以他现在这个年纪， 他的这个压力来源是要做很多行政的事情，那这些同学大概不会了解。那他的建议是说，其实每个人都会有很多压力，可是如果对某个东西有兴趣的话，你要不忘初衷，你要一直保持自己对那个东西的兴趣，研究也好，不管什么东西也好，那这个是非常非常重要的事情。那有了这个热忱之后，你就有办法去解决其他相关的这个压力的来源。
Okay, then I pick up maybe, I don't know, ninth question. Did you encounter any major setbacks in the process, and how did you overcome them? Well, actually, this is a very important question. Well, I was involved in neutrino experiments for more than 20 years, and during these 20 years, we had an extremely serious problem. In 2001, well, actually, my detector is called Super Kamiokande. This is a neutrino experiment. This is the world's largest neutrino experiment. We started the observation in 1996. But then, after 5 years, our detector was badly broken. More than half of our detectors were completely broken within a minute. This was really a serious problem for us. And of course, Super Kamiokande is not cheap. And Super Kamiokande is big. So, well, at that moment, I had no idea if we could recover from this accident. However, I think we were fortunate. We had a very good leader, and also we worked together. More than 100 people worked together in Super Kamiokande. So, because of the good leadership and the teamwork of more than 100 people, we were able to recover from this accident.
他们是从1996年开始做这个微中子的实验。那微中子的实验，大家如果不知道，他们是在地底下挖一个很大的洞，然后有很大的这个光子的这个就是侦测器，很大的侦测器，每个都很贵，超级贵。然后他在2001年的时候，在某一天1分钟内，一半的那个侦测器统统坏掉了。就一起坏掉了。他那时候非常的沮丧，因为他不知道他们有没有办法再重新回来，因为很贵。那可是呢，他就是说，因为那时候他们的 team 里面有个很好的领袖人物，然后他们有100个人一起很努力一起工作，最后他们就把整个东西都把它恢复了，然后得到很好的这个结果。
Okay. Then I'd like to move on to the next page. I'd like to ask the professor about the latest research in the field or the current issues being explored in the field. Well, okay. I'm not sure if when you say field, I'm not sure if this is physics or more narrow. Neutrino physics? Okay. Well, maybe a bit wider. Well, okay. I belong to an Institute for Cosmic Ray Research. So therefore, I want to answer this question as a cosmic ray physicist. In fact, in the cosmic ray field, there are really many excitements. But of course, neutrino physics is one of them. Well, more than 20 years ago, we discovered that neutrinos have small mass. And in fact, this has a very important implications to our understanding of elementary particles and the universe. In addition, recently, finally, we found neutrinos of very high energy neutrinos of cosmic origin.
那我觉得问问题的这领域有没有新的研究？那这个教授回答是说，因为他现在是这个宇宙射线研究所的主任，所以他是一个宇宙射线的这个专家。那这个微中子也是其中一个。那发现就是说，这个在宇宙射线里面会有很高能量的这个微中子，那他觉得非常非常的这个兴奋，因为可能有很多新的物理会在里面。
Okay, in addition, there are many excitements. For example, nowadays, various people studies the high energy phenomena in the universe by observing very high energy gamma rays. So this is another very exciting field.
那另外一个就是说，大家最近也对这个宇宙中很高能量的一些伽马射线非常有兴趣，那这也是一个非常有趣的这个领域。
Furthermore, recently gravitational waves are being observed, and this is also extremely important.
那最近大家应该在电视上可能有看到过，就是重力波也被这个侦测到了，所以这个也是一个非常有这个潜力的这个领域，有发展性的领域。
So, well, I don't go into detail, but with the improvement of the experimental facilities, we begin to understand various extremely high energy phenomena in the universe.
那因为这个实验设备的这个进步，实验开始，物理学家开始了解，就是说宇宙中一些很高能量的一些现象。
Okay, then I want to pick up the third one in this page. Have the experiments to detect gravitational waves made any major discoveries so far? Well, okay, thank you for this question. The answer is yes. Well, on the Earth, we know there are heavy metals, gold, platinum. Then I'd like to ask you, how these heavy metals, gold, were generated in the universe? In fact, until recently, we didn't know. Through the observation of the merger of the binary neutron stars, we found most probably merger of the binary neutron stars should be the source for the gold in the universe.
比如说一个很重要的，教授问大家知道金跟铂是怎么来的吗？对，那物理学家其实一直都不知道，直到最近他们才相信，可能是因为很重的这个中子星，两个中子星结合在一起，然后这个实验 这个现象产生了这些很重的这些元素，金还有铂，非常非常值钱的这些元素，对，那这些都可以用被重力波来去测测。
Okay, then I pick up the next question. Are there more cosmic things to study in recent years? Again, the answer is yes. Well, in recent years, people realized that our body or atom are only, say, 4-5% of the total energy of the universe. So we do not know 90%, 95%. Approximately 25% are called dark matter, 70% are called dark energy, but we do not know what are they. So they are extremely important questions that we have to answer in the near future.
在宇宙中，我们可以观察到这些质量，基本上只有这个5%的这个整个宇宙的质量，那剩下95%，其中25%叫做暗物质，然后70%叫做暗能量。那我们都不知道这些东西是什么，对，那有很多东西可以去研究。
Okay, okay, then I got the next one. What is the feeling of winning this prize? I mean, Nobel Prize. Do you ever have thought of giving up during the process? Okay, well, of course, receiving the Nobel Prize is really amazing. I felt really honored. Do you ever have thoughts of giving up during the process? Well, okay, of course, during my study, I didn't work for the prize. I simply wanted to understand what we observed. So I was simply interested in understanding what is happening. So I didn't think to give up my study.
好，教授回答的是就是这个得到诺贝尔奖是一个非常非常大的荣耀，那对这也是一个对学术上面的肯定。然后提到就是说他在其实他最有兴趣的是要了解他得到的这些 data， 然后去了解这个宇宙怎么运行的，所以他其实没有想过要放弃，因为他的热情让他可以持续一直下去。
But maybe I essentially finished.
对，所以他回答了所有的问题。
OK， 所以同学在场的同学有没有想要发问的，或者是刚刚的回答那边没有很清楚的，还想要再发问的，我还有点时间。
好，来，竹尾高中，好，淡江、淡商、竹尾高中发问哦，快点哦，机会难得，来。
教授你好，我想请问一下，在你得奖之后，你有继续在做研究，还是就停滞了？
Thank you for this question. After receiving the prize, my time for research is limited, but I'm still trying to do research.
好，教授回答是这个，当他拿到诺贝尔奖之后，他能做研究时间就越来越少了，可是他还是非常努力的要继续做研究。
好，还有没有同学？
好，那接下来淡江的、淡商的，
你用中文就好。
用中文就好。
对，用中文就好。如果你害羞的话，用中文没问题的。
淡江已经举手了。
好，两个先举手了。
淡江没有在地优势了，没有在地优势了。我还先把这些。
那个教授你好，先祝你那个得到诺贝尔奖。然后我想请问就是，没问题。然后就是你如果失去了对一个像研究或是事物的热忱之后，你要怎么再重回你的热情？
Oh, thank you for this question. If you lose your passion on your research, then, in my opinion, it will be rather difficult to carry out the research. Maybe if you lose your passion on some topic, then you may have to find out even more interesting topic, research topic, then you may be able to continue.
教授回答是，就是说，如果你失去对某个研究的热情的话，那你要去找你其实真的有热情的东西是什么？对，可能是新的题目，或者是新的其他的这个事物。对，人生应该要做自己有热情的事情。
好，来，现在换淡江了。
要来，
帮我争了一口气。我们先掌声欢迎啊！
好，我想请问教授，请问就是在研究或者是发表的时候，或是否会遇到一些格式或者是档案不相容的问题，以及仪器或者是就是在经验上有什么可以分享给我们失败的经验，或者是要如何度过这些困难？因为我们现在的专题有点做到一点小失败，所以想要请问教授，至于这个方面的经验有什么困难性，希望给我们一点教导，谢谢。
So for the she doesn't understand there's some like instrumentation, and sometimes the major results are some kind of what they're thinking.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, thank you. This is a very difficult question to answer. Well, of course, if in reality, if you carry out, sometimes you cannot do well. But if you are interested in some research, then I hope you can continue to do the research, and then maybe in the end, you'll get good result.
OK， 简单的问题，复杂的回答。好，那同学有没有这样的同学问题的？快点，还有一点时间。
快点来，
来，
轮到了，
抱歉，我先来，待会老师。
那请问教授，就是你得了诺贝尔奖以后，对你自己的生活有什么改变吗？比如说身边的人会不会过度关注这样？
似乎在学问的这个
people pay more attention to you and people want to know what's saying.
Well, okay, thank you for this question. In fact, well, after receiving the prize, I'm more busy, but the fortunate thing is people sometimes want to hear me. Therefore, sometimes what I say could be received seriously. So that is actually, I think, actually encouraging to me.
教授回答是，对他当得奖之后，他会变得更忙碌， 可是呢，反过来就是他讲的话比较多人会去听，对，他可以利用这个去做一些有意义的改变。
直接开始，1、2、3才会有声音。
1、2，就是为中指看中指，它们差别在于什么？
Oh, okay, thank you. Difference between neutrino and neutron. Okay, well, okay, good question. Neutron exists within a nucleus. There are, well, within a nucleus, there are many protons and neutrons. So they exist in a very small nucleus. But on the other hand, a neutrino, they cannot be bound on the nucleus. They simply fly everywhere. So there is a big difference.
那最大不一样就是这个在原子核中间有中子跟质子，所以它们是被绑在一起的。对，那可是这个微中子的话，基本上就是飞来飞去，你没办法把它绑住。对，那也很难侦测到。
Good afternoon, Professor. I would like to ask Taiwan fun and what brought you here? It's Taiwan fun.
That was fun. Well, thank you for this question. First of all, I like Taiwan very much. Well, okay, I already came to Taiwan many times, and in fact, well, now I'm working on a gravitational wave project, and well, the detector is located in Japan. However, we have been collaborating with the colleagues in Taiwan. Well, we have many colleagues in Taiwan on this project. So, to me, Taiwan is really a very important partner.
那同学还没有问题呢，快点问。我先让后面的问好，你先举手。
好，觉得最精彩的是在这个时段。
お尋ねします。
我们的日期生啊。
高校生時代はどのように過ごしましたか。私は高校生時代どうだったか知りたいです。
Okay, thank you. The question is about my life when I was a high school student. Well, okay. I grew up in a rather small city, and also my high school was in a local high school. And actually, I enjoyed my high school life. I was not a very good player, but I was very serious in Japanese ball. So, Japanese version of archery. So, I enjoyed my life very much.
我分析啊，那个要说是在一个比较小的地方念高中的，然后他 他高中的时候，他非常享受他的高中生活，然后他高中的时候，喜欢射那个日本箭，射箭。
Good afternoon, Professor. I would like to ask two main questions. The first one is, did your great curiosity for what you're passionate about ever made you feel overwhelmed? And the second one is, are you actually able to balance your work and your investment into energy for yourself? If yes, how, and do you have any advice for us?
Repeat the second question.
Are you able to balance your work and your investment into energy for yourself? And if yes, do you have any advice for us?
Well, okay. Thank you. This is very important for researcher. I already forget about the first question. Okay. Passion is very important. In fact, passion is very important. Passion should be the center for the research. About the second question, balance between
you overspend your time.
This is actually a serious question. I already answered to one of the questions. To me, my family members are very important, and therefore I'm always thinking about the balance between work and family life. However, the problem is sometimes I have to work really hard. Therefore, I'm afraid my wife may not be so happy so far.
好，那这是研究，特别是物理学家的通病。你被这个，我举一个例子，就好像打那个萨尔达，有没有？然后你就一直打下去这样子。那所以要怎么 balance 这个生活跟家人不是那么容易。那教授很谦虚的说，他有时候必须要很努力的工作，所以他的这个太太可能不见得会太高兴。对。
好，最后3个问题，5分钟。
3个问题5分钟，不过我先补充一下，伟田教授这次有带他老婆来，他老婆应该蛮开心的。台湾唱。
教授您好，我是来自竹围高中的黄小哲，然后我有一个问题想要请教您，就是当你的父母听到你想要从事跟物理学方面的有关的工作的时候，你有反对或者是有一些担忧的？因为像我们的家人听到我如果要往物理学、化学，可能就会说啊会不会没有钱之类的，然后所以我就很好奇教授的家庭是怎么样的？谢谢。
If you advise that it's not going to make money and you're going to be jobless.
Thank you. Well, in fact, when I decided to do physics, I didn't discuss with my family. I decided myself.
因为他知道他会被拒绝，所以他就没有跟那个。不过这个问题很重要，我们其实钟老师我们都是。从小都遇到类似这样的。
还没有应该是竹围嘛，还有没有淡水高中的？有没有？好，来，那就你。我们要保护一下在地优势。
教授您好，在几年前为台湾发射第一枚火箭的教授是使用台语来演说的。那请问您会想要用您的母语日文来发表您的研究吗？
this question. Well, okay, we physicists are working in the global physics community. Therefore, I would like to publish our paper in English.
物理是一个全球性的这个工作，所以他在跟当地人讲的时候可以用日文，可是我们发表的时候还是会用英文，因为我要跟全世界的物理学家沟通。
Hello. Okay. Professor, what do you hope to research and discover in the near future? Or that's my first question. My second question is, where do you see neutrino research going in the next 25 years, 50 years, or in that time frame? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, okay, again, already I begin to lose my first question, but anyway, second question. Neutrinos, well, there could be two aspects. First of all, neutrinos are very important to understand particle physics, and in this sense, at least I know there are two big issues that we have to understand. One is we have to understand if CP is violated in the neutrino sector. Another one is we have to understand if neutrinos are Majorana particles. And that means we have to observe, we should observe neutrinorless double beta decay. At least these two are very important in the, say, 10 to 20 year time scale. In addition, now we begin to observe the universe with very high energy neutrinos. And neutrinos are really a unique tool to explore the high energy universe. So this kind of research is just started. Therefore, for many years, this kind of research could be important. About the first question. Yeah.
好，那其实时间差不多，但是我真的开放最后问题给女性。我们是鼓励女性科学家加入我们基础科学，只有女性。如果你承认你女性，我 OK。
Good afternoon, Professor. As you just mentioned, you are still researching after receiving the prize. Is there any interesting experiment that you can share that you are working on recently? Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm currently, as I mentioned, I'm currently involved in the Kagura experiment. This is a gravitational wave experiment. Through this experiment, we would like to observe many, say, black hole mergers, neutron star mergers, and we would like to understand various secrets of the universe.
他其实跟台湾 team 在做一个叫 Kagura experiment， 就是做重力波这个在日本的一个重力波 detector， 对，希望可以看到很多新的这个现象。
好，那因为时间的关系，那我先宣布一件事，就是说刚刚有17个选上的高中生，如果你还没有拿到这个小礼物的，因为你们现在坐上去以后都看不太到，你还没拿到小礼物的来找我一下。OK， 刚刚那17个高中生哦 ，OK， 好。
好，那我们再掌声谢谢尾田教授还有魏
协会的会长，袁老师。